Clark Kent's life is more hectic now than ever. Not only must he battle villains as Superman, but his personal life is coming down all around him. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into Man of Steel issue number 2 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Okay then, so like the previous issue, we open up with a flashback involving the Circle, a would-be Illuminati-style group of the most powerful beings in the universe that pretty much oversee everything behind the scenes. It's not too long after the destruction of Krypton, and Appa Ali Apsa is getting absolutely chewed out by one of the other members of the Circle. The gist of their argument basically boils down to, hey Appa, we as a group told Rogol-Zar he couldn't destroy Krypton, then you have a private meeting with him and all of a sudden Krypton gets destroyed. Just to make it even more suspicious, no Green Lanterns, the group that you control, actually stepped in to save Krypton, so what's the deal? Appa is offended by such remarks, but at the same time too he says that they walk a hell of a tightrope with Rogol-Zar. Sure, he's loyal to the Circle now doing their biddings, but imagine what would happen if he went to war with the rest of them. Now, back in the present and down on Earth, Robinson Goode, one of Brian Michael Bendis' new characters, is chatting it up with another new character, the Gotham colonist for the Daily Planet. Robinson wants to know pretty much what everyone reading this book wants to know right now, and that is, hey, what's the deal with Clark Kent? Wasn't he married to Lois Lane? Why is she gone now? The prevailing theory around the office seems to be that Lois sold a very popular book and then ran off with the money and the kid, leaving Clark in the lurch, which is why he's been so depressed recently. Whatever the case is, a depressed, distracted Clark also means a depressed, distracted Superman, who on his way back from the Arctic ends up coming upon the Toy Man messing around in Coast City. And when I say Toy Man, I mean the Toy Man, which Bendis makes a nice little joke about differentiating the Winslow Schlott version from the Asian Super Kid version. The Man of Steel manages to defeat the Toy Man without very much effort. He's also joined by Green Lantern. It seems that Superman is also getting a lot colder and more distant with the Justice League right now. Superman hates lying, but it's very clear that even he isn't exactly sure how to come to terms with what happened to him and his family, which was they were all hanging out at home, then a bright light showed up, and then some sort of strange metal creature came through a void and either killed his family, but more than likely took them away for some reason that is still yet to be known. Now, you'll recall if you read Action Comics number 1000, Rogol-Zar eventually did become aware of Superman's living on Earth, which is why they were fighting in that story. How did that happen? Well, it seems that he was just drinking at an alien bar one night with such patrons as Ambush Bug when someone mentioned how great Superman was. They also mentioned he was Kryptonian, and before you could say Heavy Metal Thunder, Rogol-Zar was on his crazy alien bike making a beeline to Earth to finish what he started with the Kryptonian race. Now back at the planet, poor Perry White is in the middle of a breakdown. Not only is he taking the loss of Lois Lane, one of his best employees, rough, but just the general state of journalism in America right now is making him have an ulcer. He says we need to dig deeper and try harder because the truth is more important now than it's ever been. I mean, yeah, no argument from me here. Robinson Goode also takes it upon herself to swear to get to the bottom of what happened between Lois and Clark. How exactly this pertains to her implied bigger plan of taking over the Daily Planet is beyond me, but there you have it. And yeah, it's pretty much around there the comic ends, everyone. So that was the Man of Steel issue number 2, and overall I gotta say I think I liked this issue more than I liked the first one, if you can believe it. I'm getting a much better view of what exactly it is Bendis is trying to do. I can also very much appreciate that the seeming loss of Superman's wife and son aren't just being forgotten or swept under the rug, they're actually the main thrust of this story. Heck, I complained about Rogol-Zar actually being a little derivative the first time we saw him, but now getting to know his connection to the Circle and how he might actually just be part of an even bigger cosmic scene, there's actually a fair amount of storytelling potential there should they feel the need to tap it. I will say, and this is a minor nitpick here, that Ma and Pa Kent were featured on the cover of this comic and they're not actually involved. I think that's a shame. I would have liked to have seen Bendis' take on them. Overall, I think I am warming up to this series. I would give this one an 8 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's Cape Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I got coming out next. And hey, if you're feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon link down in the description. Not only will you get exclusive access to brand new videos and podcasts before anyone else, but you'll be helping me out a great deal for as little as $1 a month. So until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I will be back again next time with more great comic content that smacks of greatness. Bye-bye everyone.